Hi, I'm Rabbi Brent from BHA, and I want to read you the story Elan, Son of Two Peoples by Heidi Smith Hyde. Elan watched from his window as the city of San Francisco faded into the distance. It was 1898, and he and his family were on a railway journey which would take them all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico. "You won't be seeing fancy new cable cars where we're headed, Elan," his father told him. "Just dusty old frontier towns and an endless stretch of desert." Elan never imagined turning 13 would be so exciting. Only yesterday he had been called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. Wearing his grandfather's talit, he had chanted from the portion called Bamidbar, which tells of the Jewish people wandering in the desert. Now he was going to see what an American desert was like. And he would finally get to see the place where his mother was born. Mama, or Naya, as Elan called her, was the granddaughter of a Pueblo Indian chief. Papa, the son of a cantor, emigrated to New Mexico from Eastern Europe. There he opened a trading post where he sold tools, blankets, kettles, and glass beads to Naya's tribe. Elan knew that when he turned 13, he would have two celebrations. In addition to his bar mitzvah, he would take part in the Pueblo ceremony of becoming a man. This celebration would take place on the Mesa, the flat-topped mountain range where Mama and Papa first met. As the train chugged down the tracks, his mother handed him a small package. "For your bar mitzvah, you wore your grandfather's talit. But on Shabbat, when you read Torah for my family, you can wear this." "My own talit," Elan exclaimed with delight. "So this is the surprise you've been weaving all summer." "In my culture, the men do most of the weaving, but I learned this skill from your grandfather," his mother said proudly. Each end of the talit had colorful stripes. Yellow for the sun, blue for the corn, white for the rocks, and red for Mother Earth. Pale green fringes like shimmering blades of grass were tied to the corners. Woven between the stripes were four symbols: a Star of David, the 10 Commandments, a stalk of corn, and an oak tree. "I know why the tree is there," Naya said. "I know why the tree is there, Naya," Elan said. "It's because my name means oak tree in Hebrew." "Yes," his mother said, "but there's another reason. In the language of my people, Elan means friendly. Always remember you are the son of two proud nations, whose roots are as sturdy and deep as this oak tree. And the cornstalk is there because every year on the Mesa, we have a ceremony to pray for rain and give thanks for the harvest. Women grind corn on slabs of stone, while the men play festival drums and sing songs of praise. It was at the corn festival that I first met your father." "Tell me again what happened?" Elan asked. His mother smiled softly. "Papa and I married, but first I became a member of the Jewish community. We moved to San Francisco when you were just a baby." As their journey continued, Elan and his family passed through many frontier towns. In Snake Canyon, they ate peppermint candy and drank sarsaparilla at the general store. In Dry Gulch, he watched the sheriff haul a prisoner off to the jailhouse. In Silverton, he saw a blacksmith shoeing a horse. Finally, the train reached Albuquerque. From there, the family took a horse and wagon to the Mesa. "It's so high up you can touch the clouds," Elan said, marveling at his first look at the majestic landscape. That evening, Elan stayed in an adobe house, a 2-story structure made of clay. For dinner, he ate a delicious meal of soup, baked beans, and cornbread. Afterwards, he went to sleep on a sheepskin rug. The next morning, he met his cousin Manolo, and together they roamed the rocky Mesa. There was so much to do and see. At night, they crowded around the fireplace while their grandfather told stories beginning with the words, Humaha, or long, long ago. When Shabbat came, Elan, his parents, and his Indian family gathered on the mesa beneath a canopy of blue sky. Manolo gazed curiously at the small Torah Elan had brought with him on the train. Elan told him about becoming a bar mitzvah. Soon you will become an adult member of the Acoma Pueblo as well, Manolo whispered. Then we can go hunting and fishing with the men. Carefully, Elan opened the Torah and placed it on a ledge of solid rock. Wrapping himself in his new Talit, he began to chant in a clear, confident voice. When all the prayers and blessings had been said, the tribal chief approached him with an outstretched hand. Tonight, you will become an Acoma tribesman, he said solemnly. After sundown, Elan dressed in a tunic, leggings, and deerskin moccasins. Then he and his father followed the elders to the kiva, a Pueblo ceremonial room. Elan wished his mother could come along too, but only men were allowed to take part in these rituals. When he emerged from the underground chamber, there was a great celebration which ended with the traditional eagle dance. Manolo painted Elan's face bright yellow and covered him in eagle's feathers from head to toe. Then, together with the young men of the village, Elan flapped his powerful wings and pivoted about in a circle. All the while he chanted to the beat of a drum, praying for rain and a bountiful harvest. Elan's prayers were answered. The next day a cooling rain came. He spent the afternoon with Manolo, exploring remote caves and waterfalls. The day after that, they went trout fishing with the men along the riverbank. I'm going to miss this place, said Elan when his last day on the mesa arrived. I hope you will come back again next year, Manolo said. Then we will go camping in the mountains. Before returning home to San Francisco, Elan packed his tunic, leggings, and moccasins. Then he packed the eagle feathers next to his small Torah. As he placed his talit bag on top, he looked again at the Star of David, the 10 Commandments, the stalk of corn, and the oak tree. His mother's words came back to him. Always remember, you are the son of 2 proud nations whose roots are as sturdy and deep as this oak tree. The end. It's interesting that Elan has different cultures that he inherits in his family. For a lot of us, we also have many cultures that we inherit. Maybe Jewish, maybe American, maybe some of our families come from other countries or other religious traditions. And part of our job, like Elan, is to learn about all of the traditions we come from and make them all our own. I hope you are finding ways to integrate all of the parts of your family that you inherit. And I hope you bring all the parts together to have a fantastic Hanukkah. I hope I get to see you sometime soon, hopefully in person, or if not, through this computer screen. Happy Hanukkah. If you appreciate these stories and all of the things that Beacon Hebrew Alliance does in our community and in our lives, please take a moment and donate as part of the Kol Nidre campaign so that we can come into 2021 stronger than ever. Thank you.